The Super Bowl just took the world by storm, and of course we got so many new movie trailers, movie references, and a bunch of great commercials, including new teases and trailers for Superman, Thunderbolts, F1, Mission Impossible 8, and How to Train Your Dragon. Let's break down every movie trailer and commercial worth chatting about.
What's up, movie friends? Welcome back to Raiders of the Lost podcast, the ultimate film and TV podcast. We hope you all enjoyed Super Bowl Sunday. It was a pretty shocking game. Plus, we had incredible looks at upcoming films for 2025, as well as, I gotta say, the best slate of Super Bowl commercial ads I've seen in years. Like, there were a lot of really good ones. The last few years have kind of been lacking in entertainment, but this year, I think every brand did a really great job. We have a huge list of our favorites. Ben Affleck's back, baby. And it was an overall really entertaining show. I think that NFL and all of the brands got back to giving people something to have fun with and to give them something, a show to be excited about, from the ads to the game.
It's like the last 6 to 12 months in entertainment, marketing teams just got completely changed.
Yes.
And now we're getting good trailers again. We're getting good-looking movies again on the norm, which is really exciting. And compared to the last few Super Bowls, I know not everyone around the world watches the Super Bowl, but it gets over 120 million viewers every single year. So it's a big deal, especially in North America, in the United States. But even the post-Super Bowl, the ads are everywhere. Everyone's talking about the movie trailers are really exciting. I think there were some surprises with the trailers. I thought Superman was going to give us something more. I was a little, not let down, but I was a little surprised that there wasn't much revealed with Superman because they had a tease at the Puppy Bowl, which was before the Super Bowl. It was a bunch of dogs. Very, very cute stuff. But overall, I enjoyed the Super Bowl trailers and commercials, and the game itself was pretty fun to watch. It was an absolute blowout.
Nobody was expecting that.
Absolute blowouts. But we're not here to talk about football. We're here to talk about entertainment and movies. Got so many great looks at exciting films. F1 looks like the best racing movie ever made, in my opinion.
Oh my God.
Thunderbolts. This trailer was actually really freaking good.
I liked it.
I'm excited about Marvel. I don't know about Captain America, but with Thunderbolts and then with Fantastic Four, I'm locked in basically right now with MCU again, like back in the day.
I think it looked really good. And we're going to break down every trailer. Some of them are short, some of them are 30 seconds, some of them, like Thunderbolts, are longer. And I was curious how much it cost, because we all know Super Bowl ads cost so much money. I remember when they first, like years ago, they started costing like $1 million for an ad spot. So in 2020,
they've always been expensive too, even like when we were kids.
Back in the day. In 2025, a 30-second spot at the Super Bowl would cost a brand $8 million just for 30 seconds.
$8 million?
$8 million for 30 seconds. $8 million.
That Jeep ad, Jeep ran a 2-minute basically short film with Harrison Ford, directed by James Mangold. I think I read it cost them $35 million to produce that ad and then release it at the Super Bowl.
So did Jeep see Dial of Destiny and actually like it? Jeep was the only people who liked Dial of Destiny.
No, Mangold's a great director.
No, I'm kidding, because it's the pairing.
It was way better than Dial of Destiny.
And also, so Thunderbolts trailer was very long, and so that must have cost at least, $15 million, maybe $20 million to run that ad.
Smart move, because the trailer, I think they knew it was good.
And it was also interesting to see that they chose to market Thunderbolts rather than Captain America, which is coming out literally next week.
Yeah.
I thought it was a guarantee to market Brave New World because of next week, but it looks like they might have pumped the brakes on that.
They know that movie's not tracking very well, which is why we talked about in movie news how Marvel, this is so unusual, released 3 clips from the movie last week, back-to-back days, back-to-back. You don't do that if you got a banger on your hands. You do that if you're trying to get clicks, you're trying to build traction. It'll probably open close to $100 million maybe in the opening weekend.
70.
Is 70 to 100.
I'm guessing 70.
That sounds good, but this movie was very expensive to make. Several rounds of reshoots. We don't know the real budget. They'll probably never tell us. It was probably around $300 million at the end of the day. Plus, marketing is off the chains. So you're looking at a movie that probably costs $400 million to make in markets, maybe more. You got to pull $1 billion to become green and become profitable.
Yeah, it seems like they were just... I think they've given up on the marketing. Not given up, but just they're not focused on it. And clearly Thunderbolts looks to be like, oh, let's put our resources into Thunderbolts. And I got to agree. I liked it. But let's talk about, real quick, some of the ads that we have. These are the brands. We'll break down the ads after some trailers. So we got new ads from Dodge Ram, Doritos, always the Doritos ad, Haagen-Dazs, which was great, Uber Eats, Dunkings, Ben Affleck's back, Jeep, like James said, Booking.com had a great one, Stella Artois, Coors Light, Little Caesars, Totino's, Pizza Rolls, Hellman's, Mountain Dew, Squarespace, and Pringles. these were, I think, all of our favorite ads. We'll break down what the ads were, the famous actors in them.
So many good ones,
Yeah, they're
too.
really good, really entertaining. And these are essentially what I like. I like them because it's a short film. You have 30 seconds to a minute to entertain an audience. And how do you do that? And so some of them are very creative. You can either go the creative route or just the silly, ridiculous one. The Mountain Dew is the weirdest one I think we've had in years, but we'll talk about that later on. But I think overall, a lot of really great ads that just were a lot of fun to watch and over the top ridiculousness. But yes, they're selling us their products, but let's have a little fun, you know?
They're actually trying again.
Yeah, they're trying again.
I think the last 5 Super Bowls I've watched, there's like 1 or 2 trailers. I'm like, that was a good trailer. That was a funny trailer.
I feel like last year there was nothing.
No, there's 1 or 2.
Maybe 1 or 2.
There's always
maybe
1 or 2.
But like for the
It's a
most
weird
part,
couple of years for the Super Bowl.
yeah, it's been a weird last few years, but it looks like we're getting back into let's have fun again. It's advertising and it's football. Let's have a good time. Let's just lighten up, everyone.
I know. I'm happy this is a good Super Bowl. But before we get into the trailers, I want to talk about this new bill being proposed about movie theaters.
Okay.
So this Connecticut lawmaker has introduced a bill that would require movie theaters to disclose what time the trailers start and then what time that movie actually starts.
Yes.
No, this is silly. You want this?
I love movie trailers, and I love watching trailers in the movies.
But you don't want to see Argyle's trailer 40 times?
No, it's not just that. I get it. I understand. You know, they need people to see their thing many times for them to be able to make the decision to go to the theater. I don't like watching 12 movie trailers before I watch a movie. That's what it is. They play so many trailers now where it's like first they play ads, then it's like literally at least 10 trailers. We watch like 20 minutes of movie trailers before the movie starts, and it's just like I feel like I'm watching TV, and it's like it's ingrained in my mind to get there on time. And even if you do show up late, you're still sitting through many trailers. I love 3 trailers special. Go to the movie theater. I love watching 3 trailers.
ArcLight used to do that before they went out of business.
Yeah. ArcLight used to do 3 trailers, and that was it. And smaller chains will do that. New Bev does that. But, I mean, it's just, I think that it's overwhelmingly getting to the point where it's just like, there's so many trailers, trailer after trailer after trailer after trailer, and it's just like, I can feel it in the audience oftentimes. People are squirming, people are like, oh, another one. You can feel that energy. And it's just like, it's too many trailers, I think. Too many.
Here's what I gotta say. I disagree with you. We don't need laws about everything. We don't need to know what time exactly.
Okay,
what's going to happen if it doesn't start at 6:22? Is someone going to get
Stu AMC?
Is someone going to get ticketed? Is
Okay,
it going to be fine?
yeah.
Listen, if you go to the movies enough, you fucking know what time the movie's going to start. If it's an AMC and the show time is 6 o'clock, that movie is starting at 6:27 p.m. I guarantee you.
That's true.
6:27. Get there. I like to get to the movie at the theater at the time of the start time. That's what I do. If a movie's at 6, I get there at 6. I go maybe get a snack. I park, I get my snack, get into the theater, grab a cup of water like Anthony, go to the bathroom, and then I sit down and I have 3 or 4 trailers left to watch. That's how you do it. The special screenings, yes, sometimes there's a special early access screening that doesn't play trailers, but that keeps you on your toes. But if you go to the theater enough, if you're local, you should know what time the movies are starting. AMC, you're watching 2 ads and then 8 to 10 trailers and then 3 ads. You get an AMC ad, the 2 AMC ads, and the Nicole Kidman ad.
Yes.
That's what it is.
It's a lot of AMC ads.
So listen, we don't need laws about what time a movie is supposed to start.
Yes.
Just show up at 6 o'clock and God forbid people wait 10 minutes extra to watch a movie. What were you going to do at that time anyways? Take a longer shit. Scroll. You're all scrolling on your phones anyways at the theater.
Not me.
Not you. I'm talking to people complaining about this. It's like just show up a little later.
Okay, you have a point.
Bring a book.
I'm gonna
Sudoku book or something.
I'm gonna backtrack because I'm for less laws and less government interference in our lives. So I'm gonna backtrack everything I said.
Well, I got Anthony real good.
And say, yeah, I don't want the government involved in anything like that. Less laws, please. Less laws. Thank you.
It's America. Sold. We got him. Don't worry, guys.
All right. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Just bring a book. I don't know what to tell you guys. Life's too short. It's not that big of a deal.
That's true. All right, let's get into the trailers. Now,
go for a walk. I'm sorry.
Before the trailers, let's talk about Tom Cruise introducing Super Bowl 40, whatever. This
It's like
one was
53,
53.
something like that.
This was essentially a Mission Impossible ad.
58.
This was a Mission Impossible ad because it played the music the whole time. He said mission like 8 times in it. Yeah, that was probably the requirement. But man, it was just Tom Cruise introducing in a 5-minute spot the Super Bowl, the players, great monologue, and he's just like talking to camera. He's just being Tom Cruise. They're playing the Mission Impossible music. He said their mission. It's like this was a Super Bowl spot.
Yeah,
but like who else do you get to introduce it? And I love that Tom Cruise just did the Olympics and now he's doing the Super Bowl. He's the biggest star in the world.
He did the Super Bowl last year, didn't he?
Did he?
I'm pretty sure he
I
introduced...
think he did AFC Championship. One of the championship
No, I'm
games.
pretty sure it was Super Bowl last year.
Either way, the guy's fucking like he does the Olympics and then he does this. Unreal.
It's a great ad. It's a great start because Tom Cruise is that guy.
Yeah.
They had Brad Pitt doing an ad before as well. So Brad Pitt did an opening probably 20 minutes before the Tom Cruise did.
during pregame?
During pregame. They're both technically during pregame.
Yeah.
The game hadn't started yet.
Yeah.
So Brad Pitt's was at the Bradbury building downtown. I think that's what it's called, where 500 Days of Summer's ending is.
Yep.
It's a very recognizable building in Blade Runner as well. And so his ad was more geared towards, coming together as a community, patriotism. The attacks in New Orleans brought a lot of people together. Obviously, the fallout, but that was a big talking point during the game and pregame, this horrible disaster. But we can come back stronger. Mm-hmm. It was a really nice conversation that Brad, talked to the camera about the game, about America, about the community. And then you think, oh, Brad's the biggest guy. But then, no, Tom's the guy.
Still a top dog.
Tom's the guy. And I liked both of them a lot. I'd never seen Brad with that grizzly of a beard in a while. He had a nice beard.
Grizzly beard. Let me see this grizzly
great
beard.
Fit, too. Yeah. Great fit.
Right,
and he's got a great stylist. But Tom's was really motivating and man, inspirational as hell. And he just...
when he's looking right to camera.
He delivers lines like nobody, man. Even in that kind of setting, he's just... Man, he knows how to grip an audience.
Oh, yeah. Brad's got he's a nice full beard here. Yeah. I like it. Oh,
so
man.
It's cool. And both of those guys had trailers and teasers during the Super Bowl.
Yeah. That's great.
And so Mission Impossible, they had their teaser like right before the game started.
Oh, that was the first one?
It was like right before the game.
Might as well take it off with that one. And this one essentially it was a condensed version of the trailer they've already released, but they did show plenty of new stuff. We got a lot more Palm Clementieff. There's some great shots of her
in action.
And then, and she looks great in action. And then
looking
also
very fit, Palm.
Yeah, and then there was an extended shot of Tom literally dangling from that propeller plane.
It opened with an aspect ratio change, so it started super tight, like
wide.
A banner, like a video banner, and it expanded vertically. The aspect ratio of it was like a Terrence Malick, Tom Cruise Mission Impossible shot. He's just running along trees with the sun setting behind the trees. It's really beautiful.
It's great.
Sprinting. So it was a cool ad they ran before the game. Actually, I believe it ran before his speech and his other video. And I love the teaser. Nothing we've not seen yet, really, but also the other day they teased behind the scenes of the plane stunt of him hanging from the plane, which was absurd. We talk about it on movie news. McQuarrie's just in a helicopter, just like directing. Yeah, he's got a monitor in his hand, no big deal. Monitors in the plane. Someone's filming the monitor of Tom hanging from the plane dangling, and then they just point the phone outside the helicopter window, and Tom Cruise is hanging from a plane.
And that's all by design to release that literally before the big Super Bowl spot.
Yeah,
where you actually see the footage.
Insane.
In the film.
And apparently Tom passed out 3 times doing that stunt.
Oh my God!
So that's obviously he's wired in.
Thank God he's wired in.
But yeah, he passed out 3 times during that stunt.
Fucking
so we owe it to Tom Cruise to go see Mission Impossible 8 times each, just because of what he does for us in his films, for our entertainment. This man is putting his life on the line, hanging from planes upside down, passing out, scuba diving, passing out. Like, it's insane.
62 years old.
62.
Unbelievable.
So man, Tom Cruise is the man, and I'm very excited about the movie. It was only like a 30-second spot.
Yeah, it was a small spot. I'm sure they're saving. They're going to be releasing a final trailer in the late spring, I'm sure, which will show way more stuff. Mm-hmm. Let's take it away with, speaking of Brad Pitt, with the other intro, the F1 trailer, which was a nice, cool, I felt like 45 seconds. God. It looks great, and I like how, so there's a lot of new footage in this, but still nothing about the story, still just a tease. And I like how they start with no sound effects at all, just a little bit of music, and then slowly the sound effects of the racing gets louder and louder and louder until it's really super loud. And I thought it packed a lot of punch. It was a sizzle reel supercut. And I like Brad Pitt's character. It looks like there's a shot of him shirtless, like maybe after a race. cooling off, and he's got tattoos everywhere.
Nice.
Also, how does that guy look like that at 53 or whatever? That's insane. And it looks great. We got lots of shots of many of the cast. Javier Bardem looks to be playing a huge role in this film as probably the donor of the team or the head of the sponsorship. And so I can't wait to see this. I thought it looked really dynamic, really exciting. A lot of new footage that we hadn't seen in the first teaser trailer. I think it looked great.
It's odd because I feel like the hype for F1 isn't there yet.
It's not there.
I feel like people, they don't exactly know what to think yet, and I'm surprised that there isn't insane excitement for this film because it looks remarkable. It looks insane. I've never seen anything like this before. The footage they captured, actually racing. Camera. It's basically Joseph Kosinski. He did Top Gun. Really changed filmmaking inside cockpits and inside these jets by putting the IMAX digital cameras inside the cockpit with the actors that are doing the camera work themselves. And clearly, they obviously did the same kind of thing with the driving here. Obviously, they probably didn't have Brad controlling because he's driving, but just mounting these cameras all over the cars. Fastest racing in the world, and so dynamic. And the camera movements are so cool. How it's just they're just panning left and right.
Yeah.
And the crashes, some of them are real for sure, but visually, this movie looks shockingly cool. I've never seen anything quite like it before. I'm predicting an all-time racing movie with this film.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious where the hype is right now.
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, it doesn't come out for 5.5 months.
Yeah.
They are not
a summer movie?
Yeah, it's June 27th. It's the release date. They've just released a little teaser a few months ago, and then this is another teaser. They're just getting people aware that this movie exists. They have not kicked into high gear. I think come May, we're going to be seeing a lot of F1 stuff, and that will just build anticipation for audiences around the world. But right now, they're just whetting the appetite.
They need a huge box office with this one. This is a $300 million movie.
Yeah, they need
production budget.
They need a big hit. I think it can do that. I think it could hit $700 million.
Brad needs the biggest performance of his performing movie of his career.
Yeah. But this is just a teaser. That's why they didn't even show any dialogue in this or anything.
True, you don't even know the story.
Exactly. It's just like a sizzle reel. Let people be aware that F1 is something that's coming out in the summer.
And dude,
yeah,
it's gonna be Top Gun on the ground. I'm calling it. It's gonna be Top Gun on the ground. I can't wait. This movie looks sensational. Kosinski could direct a Jell-O ad, and I am in.
It'd be a good Jell-O ad.
I'm in.
It'd be a good Jell-O
Oh
ad.
goodness! So I'm very excited about F1. Get hyped, everybody. This is gonna be a spectacle.
Let's talk about the mild disappointment with the Superman trailer.
I wouldn't say it's disappointment. It's just like I thought there'd be more.
I agree. It is essentially a different version of the trailer we already got. It's just like cut in a different way. So I totally agree. I was expecting to see a little bit more new footage. They didn't really show anything. Most of the new footage was like random civilians in the streets. It was most of the new footage that we saw. I was expecting something that we hadn't seen yet, but they decided to go with something that's already been released.
And the Puppy Bowl tease.
Yeah.
So they got the Puppy Bowl tease, and we got a great look at Guy Gardner, played by Nathan Fillion, a Green Lantern. And he's just patting his bowl cut. It's very funny and silly. And it's a good look at the Green Lantern wardrobe and ring as well. And the internet's divided on this. So many people are like, this looks dumb. I remember when DC used to take itself so seriously. But if you know anything about this character, I don't know much, but I looked into it. This guy's a goofball. He's an absolute goofball. Like, he moons Batman in a comic. So, so people might be thinking he looks too silly. Don't worry. I don't think every Green Lantern is going to be like this.
But people complain about the seriousness of DC. And now they're complaining about how it's not serious.
We used to take it seriously.
What do they want?
Yeah, so I think it's funny.
Yeah,
I think Nathan Fillion's going to kill it. And
now I get why he cast him.
Yeah, the bowl cut looks great and terrible at the same time. So I think people need to Superman, guys. Let's wait and see the movie. Let's wait until the movie comes out. But yeah, you're right. Everyone was so upset DC got so dark and dreary, and now they're like, oh, it's too unserious. What do you want, guys? What do you want?
You know what he looks like? He looks like the guy from Mad TV. Was that guy's name? Stewart. He looks like Stewart from Mad TV. Stewart.
Oh my god,
he looks just like him.
Mad TV was a smaller tier SNL, in case anyone doesn't know.
For all you youngins who don't know.
Jordan Peele started on Mad TV.
Yes, he did.
He was on it. Him, Key, they were both on it. They were both writers.
Yep.
Man, Mad TV was great, man.
It was good.
They were way more risky with their comedy than SNL is, which was a lot of fun.
Will Sasso was great on it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into in my opinion, the most surprising trailer of the entire Super Bowl, and that was Thunderbolts. This is a movie I have had very little interest in.
Really? All right.
Yeah, I've just been kind of meh on the trailer, and I was just like, here we go with another team up movie, whatever. This trailer, I think, is a big improvement on the previous trailer for Thunderbolts. I think it looks really entertaining and a good return to form for Marvel with some of the more serious, mixed with comedy, but more serious narratives that we love from older Marvel films. I think the cast plays a lot better in this film. And I think overall, it looks like a good comic book movie. And it looks like Bob, what's the actor's name who plays Bob? I'm guessing
Louis Pullman?
Yeah, it looks like Louis Pullman's Bob might end up being the villain of the movie.
Well, he's Sentry, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Sentry. I'm just saying.
So Sentry depends on which direction they go with, but super powered being.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's going to go dark.
Yeah, because we got to look at what the threat is in this trailer. That's been missing in the other trailers. Just like they're fighting when they're teaming up, but we don't know what they're teaming up for. And now in this trailer, we finally see there is some kind of dark force that is literally killing civilians, and basically, it reminded me of War of the Worlds, where in War of the Worlds, the tripods turn human beings into dust with their laser beams. In this film, it looks like it's Sentry.
It is Sentry, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's some like big force too.
No, yeah, but it's Sentry. He's going. You can see his hand go like that.
Okay, gotcha. And he's killing humans, and they're like turning, like you're just seeing shadows of them imprinted on the concrete.
It's dark.
When I saw that, I was like, oh shit, we're actually like seeing some serious deaths in a Marvel movie for the first time in a while. I think this looks pretty interesting, I gotta say.
Compared to, this has been fun. Black Widow.
Was that
Florence Pugh right before she blows up the engine?
Oh, the green screen.
It doesn't
is
die.
So bad in that.
I think we've come a long way from 2020, 2022 Marvel. And this movie trailer slapped, in my opinion.
So.
This movie it looks really exciting. It looks like they're gearing away from constant comedy and making it dark. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of comedy. I think that's going to be a big problem with Brave New World. I think Brave New World is before these changes started happening.
Because you saw the clips.
The clips.
Yeah.
Goodness, man.
Quips.
Can't even
Sarcastic.
have a fight without quipping the whole time. Can't even have a fight. But this one looks dark. And like I said, between Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four First Steps, if they land these movies, fucking, I'm in, man. I'm back in. I've had one toe in Marvel. You know, I'm keeping one little toe in there. One little toe in there just in case. One big toe is just chilling in the Marvel pool just in case they can get it together so I can come back and really enjoy it again. I think it's a lot of people, too. I think a lot of people are in that same boat. You know, we're in a boat, but we just have one toe in the MCU. One little toesies. But this one, I think, is going to bring people back if they land it, and it's good. And the cast is awesome. You know, Florence Pugh is Yelena, who's Black Widow now. Sebastian Stan is Bucky Barnes, who gets his adamantium arm ripped off by Sentry and thrown to the ground.
Yeah.
Pretty badass. David Harbour's coming back as Alexei Shostakov, a.k.a. Red Guardian. Also, Wyatt Russell is John Walker, U.S. agent, who's got a bent Captain America shield. Or not Captain America, he's got a bent shield, which is cool. Taskmaster's coming back, played by Olga Kurylenko. Unsure whether or not she's going to survive the opening because she's not in the rest of the trailer.
You don't see her in the rest of the shots. You're right. I didn't even fucking realize that.
But Louis Pullman as Bob Sentry, I think, is going to be the most interesting character because he's obviously playing coy as a character. As Bob, does something make him dark? Is he dark the whole time? Is he hiding it? Is he doing a sort of fake double identity sort of thing to make it seem like he's not a threat, but really is a threat the whole time? I'm very curious about it. And then apparently, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is back as Valentina, but also on IMDb, Harrison Ford's listed on the cast list. I'm not sure if he's actually going to be in it, though.
He could be on the TV.
He's not on the Wikipedia page.
Yeah, he might just be on the news.
Yeah,
he's the president.
That might be.
Yeah, he might not actually appear in it.
That's a good point. But yeah, we'll see. Ghost is going to be in this as well. Ava Starr.
I think it looked good. I think it looked really good. I'm surprised. I think it looks way better than Captain America, I gotta say.
And I believe Io Debris in this as well. I think she's in a secret role though.
It might be a post-credit scene.
I'm assuming she's in something, but
I remember reading last year she was cast in some kind of Marvel project.
But Thunderbolts, it looked good. They also dropped a couple of new posters. They did one poster that's based on a Wheaties cereal box design, which is pretty fun.
Oh, they're not just the this is the end poster.
Yeah. And then they also did a poster where it's a giant asterisk and they're all inside of the asterisk.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
So we got a couple new posters. This new trailer is really exciting. People are very excited about it.
I like the Wheaties poster a lot. I think it looks great.
It's clever.
Yeah.
And synopsis for this is CIA Director Valentina Allegra DeFontaine. Well, that's a long name. She puts together a bunch of anti-heroes and puts them in a death trap where the dysfunctional group must confront their respective pasts if they want to survive as an ensemble. And what's also good about this, we don't really have any ultra super soldier gods, but we do have a god as a villain, it looks like.
Yeah.
How do they
But I mean, we have 3 guys with super serum.
Yeah, but
We
also,
do.
again, it's God, like a god.
Yeah, yeah. I think it looked good. I gotta say. All right, next up, let's break down How to Train Your Dragon. This was a quick little 30-second spot, and it packed a lot of bite. And we get a great shot of Hiccup and Toothless bonding for the first time. And then it cuts to Astrid after Hiccup saying he's not like a real Viking. She's the first Viking who couldn't kill a dragon. She says, great iconic line, first to ride one though. And then it cuts to fucking dragons everywhere. He's flying on Toothless. And then a great little tease of the climactic finale of the film, fire everywhere. And then that's it. That was the ad. I think it was short but sweet. Got the attention of audiences. This is coming out soon. I didn't think they needed to put anything else into this trailer. I think it was like a really great teaser.
And as some of you may know if you've listened to recent episodes, Anthony and I got to see 3 scenes of this movie at Universal, and it looks excellent.
Oh, yeah.
I know there's a lot of discourse and divisiveness, like a lot of movies right now coming out, whether they want them or not, of people wanting a live-action remake of this beloved animated film. And I'm telling you, they're doing this one right. I've not been a fan of many live-action films lately, adapted from animated. A lot of them are kind of a waste of time for me.
Even the director said that.
But there's so much love going into this, and the scenes looked sick. They looked freaking awesome. It's like a war movie, man. They got the camera handheld in there, like in battles. It looks really, really good, and it gave me goosebumps. We got to see 3 iconic scenes. One of them was unfinished, but it was still really amazing to see. And I'm telling you, this movie's going to be great. I have a feeling it's going to be great. It's probably going to be one of the better live-action adaptations we've seen in a while. Mm-hmm. And they're doing it right. The filmmakers are approaching it like imagining the live-action movie came first, and then the animated films came. So how do you make your movie like that? Mm-hmm. And I think that's the best way to approach it, to really ensure you remain in the right DNA of those films, of the world, but you're crafting the world so that it looks like this came first.
Yeah. I think it was an excellent teaser. And from the scenes we saw, man, it'll blow your hair back. It will blow your hair back.
I know the Fantastic Four First Steps didn't have a Super Bowl ad, but the trailer just came out like 4 or 5 days ago.
Might as well talk about
I'd still like to chat about it because it's a sick trailer.
It's fucking fire.
It's really exciting stuff. Anthony, I hope you watched it again to realize that there is the origin story in there.
There absolutely is.
Anthony got a little confused last time we were talking about this.
I got confused that
on movie news that there was no origin story. I'm like, bro, there's like 8 shots of their origin story.
Yeah,
so the origin story is going to happen. They're going to go to space.
It's just, that's the whole movie. It's
Yeah.
just the origin.
You know, they show Evan Moss before he's the Thing, Anthony.
Yes, they do.
He's
They
an
do.
astronaut.
Yeah,
He's the best pilot.
They're in a space shuttle. They are.
Best pilot I know. That's what Pedro Pascal says to his Reed Richards.
That's nice of him to say.
Great trailer. We got a glimpse at everyone's powers except for Mr. Fantastic, which I think was the right thing to do. You got to leave something to our imagination. You got to tease something. Mm-hmm. I think that's what Superman did. You know, you're not showing more. You're holding back a little bit to
Less is
get
more.
people excited.
Yeah.
So this trailer held back on quite a bit. Obviously, one of the most viewed trailers in history. It had like 202 million views in its first 24 hours. Below Superman, though. Superman was like 250, which is crazy.
I think people are very curious about Superman. Yeah.
But I'm more curious about First Steps, though, honestly. Because, you know, we've seen Superman a bunch our whole lives. Fantastic Four, we've seen, 3 live-action movies. But
Not a good one yet.
Not a good one yet. But also the aesthetic looks really intriguing. It's New York, but it's this retro other world. It's sort of the Jetsons meets contemporary world. I like the design of the cars, the architecture, the wardrobe. It's very 60s inspired. And the cast is superb. Mm-hmm. Superb cast. I cannot wait to see everyone in their roles. They all seem perfectly cast. I love Pedro, but he might be in a little too many projects. He's in like 20 projects a year.
He's making his bag.
It's a
man.
lot. But I think this character suits him more than other projects he's been getting cast in.
Pedro grinded for years, and now he's banking on it.
He's
man.
the guy.
He earned it.
But I think
He
that
earned it.
Reed Richards suits him so much better than someone like he's great in Last of Us, but I think that he's better here versus Joel.
I think everybody agrees that the perfect casting for Joel would have been Hugh Jackman if it worked out timing wise.
Hugh Jackman, sure, but
Yeah.
also I think that the guy who plays Jamie Lannister would have been great.
Oh, Nikolai Coster-Waldau.
I think he would have been good. I think he would have been a good
Yeah,
version.
he would have been good. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that Pedro's awesome. I think he's in too much stuff. But after the trailer, I'm like, I think he looks great as Reed Richards. I think he's gonna be perfect.
I think he looks really great too as the role, and they did a good job of slightly de-aging them. It's interesting to see how much just like darkening someone's hair can make them look much younger. And I think it looks really excellent, and I can't wait to see more. And they're obviously hiding the villains, Galactus and also the Silver Surfer.
Didn't see Silver Surfer at all.
Yeah, they're hiding them really well. So I think that it was a really perfect first trailer that you can't really expect anything more than that.
Also, what I like is the family aspect, tying their superpowers to their personalities. Ben's always been Ben, and Johnny's always been Johnny. He's always been a flame. He's always been on fire, and I like that aspect to it. But I'm really curious to see the chemistry between everyone. Pedro, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, Evan Moss-Baccarat. It's going to be super entertaining, I think. And I can't wait to see Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm. I think they're holding back on his dialogue for sure. But I think that's what I'm most excited about. Joseph Quinn.
We know he can do the humor from Stranger Things.
Oh, 100%.
Like he already did it in Stranger Things, the comedy. So I think being able to play, not the nerdy comedy, but now he's a cool bachelor badass comedy, I think.
And I will say, Marvel really put a lot of work into the motion capture for the thing. It's all
great.
CGI motion capture. They didn't go prosthetics. And when you look at their more recent motion capture work, it hasn't been great. But it looks like they really went, let's make this look as good as possible. Let's really, really put our effort in, really try, like they were doing back when Mark was the Hulk in the Endgame. That was the last time it looked amazing.
It looked great there. I think the thing looks really good. I would say the only thing that doesn't look great is the overcoat he was wearing outside. Looked a little CGI.
It looked awesome though. It looked like Ralph.
Cool, yeah.
It looked like Ralph from Ninja Turtles. Raphael and Ninja Turtles sneaking around, like a trench coat and a hat. Yeah. Raphael would no one would think he's a giant turtle,
even though he's got a giant back.
Same look.
In a
giant green face.
That was Raph. Oh my God, that's a great connection. All right, let's talk about Jurassic World Rebirth, which also had a really strong Super Bowl teaser spot, which is, like many of these others, a condensed version of the full trailer they dropped last week. This looks great. I think it moves fast. It shows audiences exactly what they want. I think this trailer did a great job of displaying what the tone is and separating it from the other Jurassic World films we've gotten. It's a completely refresher. New cast, new dinosaurs, new location. I think that this is a good step forward for them, and it looks like they're on the right path to getting audiences excited. The movie was going to make money no matter what. It's a Jurassic Park movie.
It's going to make a bill.
Yeah. But can they make it good again is the question.
You have it in you to make it epic.
Make it epic. And again, we got the T-Rex in the river. Can't wait for that scene.
Yeah, I mean, that's from the book. That's really exciting. On a raft being chased by a T-Rex that's just walking in the water then attacking you. It's freaking awesome.
It's great.
There was a bold teaser because they didn't show any dinos for maybe the first 15
seconds.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah.
It opened with ScarJo, then Mahershala, and then the guy with the glasses. Jonathan Bailey, who I'll know his name eventually. And like it's a bunch of snippets from the main trailer. That's all it is. It's a sizzle reel. It looks cool. It looks really entertaining. I'm all on board for this. I'm a simple guy. I see dinosaurs in a movie. I'm going to watch it.
Dinosaurs.
It didn't work out the last time a dinosaur movie came out, or the previous time a dinosaur movie came out, or a previous time the dinosaur movie came out. And I'm talking about 65, Jurassic World Dominion, and Jurassic World. What was the second one?
Jurassic World, the second one.
The second one. But Jurassic World Dominion, huge letdown.
Terrible.
65, even bigger letdown.
Awful.
But I think Jurassic World Rebirth, that's why they named it that. They want you to know that
They're giving birth to a new
era.
New era.
That's the log line.
Yeah.
A new era.
Another new era.
And I think it's smart.
That's what it really should be, another new era.
I think they went the right route too with getting ScarJo in there.
Yeah,
ScarJo's a huge star,
Big draw.
and this is a big role for her. Coming post MCU, she's been doing smaller films, but this is the biggest movie she's done since Black Widow. It's really exciting. And then Jonathan Bailey looks great in Mahershala. I think the casting is really sharp, really clever, and I think it's going to work out really well. I'm very excited also about the new dinosaur, the new species genetic blend of trying to create mega dinosaurs, but it went wrong, versus just making super dinosaurs. I like the idea of it. It was a failed experiment. We couldn't control it. And I'm sure the opening of the movie will be the escape of that giant dinosaur. And the design resembling, blending xenomorphs, the fucking thing from Star Wars is called the Rancor.
Rancor.
And then obviously a Jurassic Park, a dinosaur, T-Rex, blending all those three for the design, which is really cool. It also gives me Stranger Things vibes.
Yeah,
with
I
the
like the
upside
design
down.
of it. I would really love if this movie opened on the island to see what went wrong.
I think that's how it's gonna go.
And that really follows the structure of the first Jurassic.
100%. Because the shot where the scientist is inside the red smoke lab, and he's like slamming on the windows, like the glass, let me out of here, and then the giant mega dinosaur comes behind him. I think that's the opening scene.
Yeah,
I'd put $1 million on that.
You don't have $1 million to put on it.
I'd put $28 on that.
There you go.
That's what I got left.
I will not bet against that because I have a feeling that's also the opening.
And then I wonder who's doing the music. Is Giacchino coming back or? Let me check.
I would assume they asked him to. If you're gonna have anyone do it, you got to have him because John Williams might not be doing it if Spielberg's not involved.
Well, didn't John help with the theme at all in the last ones?
No, Giacchino used the theme.
Yeah,
but he didn't help. Giacchino doesn't need help.
Let's see who's composing music.
Maybe they're
director, writer, cast. I'm on IMDb. I can't find composer.
Let me just Google it. Jurassic.
Yeah, Google it, man.
World Rebirth composer. But they haven't chosen yet.
They haven't chosen yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. No choice yet.
They must just have some really good temp tracks then. Movie comes out soon, guys. You might want to get a composer.
Just get Hans. Just get Hans.
No, then it'll be electric guitar. Bow, bow.
I mean, he would make a fucking great one. He would like harken back to the original. It would be great. He loves that guitar, man. All right, next up we had a great little teaser for Novocaine, starring Jack Quaid, in the action comedy of where he plays a man who can't feel pain and goes on an action-packed quest to save the girl he loves from bank robbers who have kidnapped her. And he finds himself into all sorts of situations where he is maimed by various weapons.
This looks funny as hell.
I think it looks good.
And we got a look at some more action.
Yes.
Jack looks like he's doing great in these stunts. And there's a lot of cool camera work going on. There's a shot where he gets slammed sideways against the like a wall, then onto like a table or a ground. The camera tracks with him. It looks exciting. It looks like action comedy's kind of back, because we've been getting a lot of comedy action duds lately, if that makes sense.
And then very serious action.
Yeah, there've been good ones. I mean, The Nice Guys is a good one, but that's more comedy than action. But this one looks
that
like
was like 12 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, that was a while.
You keep acting like The Nice Guys just came out. You did this again a couple weeks ago. You acted like The Nice Guys just came
I
out.
think it was 2015. You're right.
Oh my god.
Like 8 years ago. People don't forget.
10 years ago. Remember that time you pissed your pants?
It's like 8 years ago, man. But it looks like a funny movie.
It looks great.
And Jack's great with comedy, and it looks like this is his year to stand out as a new leading man in Hollywood and keep this genre alive, because I love action comedy, but it's just been so unfunny lately. I think The Fall Guy was like a return to form for action comedy.
There's a recent one.
Yeah. I said there were recent ones. Okay. Not a 10-year-old movie.
Thank you for naming a recent one.
And it's a genre we've always loved. I've always loved action comedies. Usually it's a two-person deal, like a buddy cop, but I think this is a cool idea.
The thing is, John Wick was so successful that every action movie was like, we need to make another John Wick.
Yeah.
But let's try to find your own identity. This looks like something that's really its own. You know what I mean? It's
got a great concept.
I don't want to keep watching John Wick ripoffs. I want to watch new, fresh ones.
That's the biggest complaint with a lot of action movies lately. And Love Hurts is another example. You know, it's produced by 87 North, but a lot of people are it's another kind of John Wicky like action, not ripoff, but it's a similar thing.
I mean, yeah, when you got neon lights everywhere, it's like
neon lights in a club.
There's no neon lights in Novocain.
Well, we haven't seen the movie yet.
I haven't seen. I mean, there's not a single shot of neon lights.
I didn't realize they showed every single scene from the movie in the trailer, Anthony.
They did not, but thankfully, it doesn't look like they're gonna be neon lights. Okay, maybe there will be. Maybe there will be.
We should put a bet on if there will be neon lights in Novocaine.
Okay, $20.
$20.
Oh, do you want to do 10?
I mean, I lost the last time. Here.
$20.
Here you go.
When's Novocaine come out?
March.
Okay. Don't think I ever forgot about our other bet too.
All right, real quick, let's talk about. Are there any more trailers, or are we gonna go right to the halftime?
The Amateur.
Okay,
so the Amateur starring Rami Malek, John Bernthal, Rachel Brosnahan, and Lawrence Fishburne. This is in theaters April 11th. They dropped a new trailer. It's pretty much the same as the other trailer they dropped. We got a little bit more action. I think this looks really cool. Rami Malek plays like a Jack Ryan kind of character. He's a CIA analyst, finds out that his wife was killed by terrorists, and he makes it his mission to track them all down and kill them, although he has no field experience at all. He's not physically imposing. He doesn't know how to fight or use weaponry, but he knows how to use his mind. And so he uses his intellect and those abilities to take out the terrorists, which I think looks really cool.
Looks pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's like a new Jack Ryan.
Now, shall we get into our intermission and then break down our favorite ads from from Super Bowl?
Well, first, the halftime show was really great.
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar's performance was awesome.
I didn't see it. I didn't watch the Super Bowl live, so I didn't see.
Oh, you didn't watch the whole thing?
No, I was at the movies.
Sam Jackson has a cameo too.
Really? Okay, so let's break it down for us.
So Kendrick does the performance, obviously, but Sam Jackson is Uncle Sam Jackson. He's dressed up as like Uncle Sam, like
gotcha.
Uncle Sam wants you.
That's smart.
But he did like 7 or 8 songs. Really great choreography. All the dancers were dressed in red, white, or blue. They made an American flag with their bodies and their dance movements, which was really cool.
That's great.
But what's really cool about this performance? Well, first of all, he dissed Drake in front of the whole world.
Whoa, no way. What did he say?
Well, one of his songs, of his new album is a diss track.
Okay, gotcha.
He says, Drake, I heard you like him young. He did it on camera, looking in camera, smiling, and it set the world on fire. I can't believe you didn't hear about this.
No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't even watch the Super Bowl.
It was so funny.
I'm hearing about it now.
It was so funny because that's a lyric in the song.
Uh-huh.
But the performances were awesome, really engaging. And also, Sam Jackson was just awesome every time he came on. He's just the best.
So he was on a lot?
He did like 5 lines. He just went in front of camera.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Uncle Sam.
But the layout of the entire performance and the design was inspired by a PlayStation controller. And all the different sets that they built or rearranged were inspired by the PlayStation controller to kind of metaphor Kendrick Lamar's life being a video game. So they had it opened with a bunch of cool lights, and then we had a triangle, square, circle, X. And that triangle, square, circle, X was seen multiple times throughout the rest of the performance. So the design of the performance is really, really cool.
I'm going through it now. Yeah, it looks like really great set design. Because wow, that's really cool. I love it. He does great performances. I think he did a Grammys one, which was really great.
It was sick.
I like it.
It was sick. It was one of the better ones in recent years for sure.
And I like the design of it. It's got like this concrete design of all the structures.
Mm-hmm.
It does. I mean, you don't have to always go super flashy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think it's great. It's great.
It's cool. But man,
and oh wow, I'm seeing the wide of all the symbols.
Yeah,
that's great. That's super cool.
It's cool. It's a really good halftime show. I was very, very happy with it.
Now, before we get into the intermission, let's just little reaction to the Super Bowl itself. So we're gonna
a
little reaction to the Super Bowl, and then intermission, and then we'll break down our favorite ads in the second half of this episode. I can't believe. So I went to the movies, and I came back, and I walked in the house, and you're watching the Super Bowl, and I see that it's like 30-0, 27-0,
Yeah.
Eagles to Chiefs. And I was like, what the hell is going on? What happened?
You almost dropped whatever you were holding.
I was so shocked.
Me too. It was a game where I don't care about either of these teams winning.
That's why I went to the movies.
Like both teams.
I went to the movies for that reason.
I hate both. I don't hate them, but I hate them. I hate the Chiefs and I hate the Eagles. You know, the Eagles beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
I hate the Eagles.
And also the Chiefs were always a rival of ours for the last 15 years and have been for a while. So I didn't want either team to win, but I was rooting for the Eagles because I'd rather the Eagles win than the Chiefs.
Same.
And I also really like Saquon Barkley. And
I like Jalen Hurts a lot, too.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts is great. So I was rooting for the Eagles to win the whole game. And, man, it was even though the scoreboard, the Chiefs put up, I think, 20 at the end of the game.
It was all garbage time.
They got dominated.
It was prevent.
Absolutely dominated.
I was just like, I couldn't believe it. And it was so shocking to see that the Chiefs didn't score anything for the first half. And I watched
half, they had like 40 yards.
I watched the highlights and I was like, they couldn't move the ball, and he threw 2 picks.
It took him to the end of the third quarter to get past the 50-yard line.
Unbelievable. And then it's like, I mean, most of what they were getting, like the Eagles are obviously not playing the same defense anymore when they're up 30 points. They're just trying to.
They put the backup quarterback in.
Yeah, did they really?
Yeah, in the end of the fourth. Yeah.
Oh my God, they put a backup in the Super Bowl. So it's like, oh my, complete domination. Nobody was expecting complete domination.
They did the Gatorade shower with 3.5 minutes left in the game.
Wow, that's crazy.
Before the 2-minute warning, they did Gatorade shower for the coach.
There were some really great Tom Brady memes. Someone made a meme of Patrick Mahomes can't win a Super Bowl if Tom Brady's in the building, and it was he can't win a playoff game with Tom Brady in the building. It was AFC Championship when Tom beat him. Super Bowl when Tom beat him, and then it was a shot of Tom in the booth because he was technically in the building. It was really unexpected. I couldn't believe it.
I mean, yeah, but the Chiefs will be back. Pat's an all-timer.
Yeah, he's already got 3 wins. Yeah,
so that was pretty cool. But
a lot of people are saying
he's got two Super Bowls.
3. He won a first one in 2020.
Oh, so it would have been
the
4
last 2.
before the age of 30. That's where
exactly.
You're right. They've won.
So this was just the 3P thing. So
Gotcha.
he already has 3.
I'm glad there wasn't a 3P.
Yeah. And in a lot of people's minds, it's put away for now, it's put away the flames of the GOAT debate.
It's he's only 28 years old.
I know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, and in 10 years, he'll probably have 2 more rings. So, but
easily.
He won't be the GOAT. Tom Brady's the GOAT.
Tom beat him twice. Tom beat him in the AFC Championship, and Tom beat him in the Super Bowl.
It's a big deal.
There's no way you can call him the GOAT.
They never played in the Super Bowl together.
The Bucks beat the Chiefs.
I was thinking about the Patriots.
32-9.
That's right. I forgot Tom was on the Bucks.
Yeah, man. He won without even doing a training camp with a new team and a new system. He beat Patrick Mahomes and peak Patrick Mahomes.
That's how good Tom is.
Yeah. Anyways, the GOAT debate's over, I think.
All right.
Let's get into our intermission.
And before we continue, the best way to support Raiders of the Lost podcast is to become a patron today at patreon.com/Raiders of the Lost podcast. Why would you want to do this? Because you get access to all kinds of great perks like ad-free versions of every single episode so you can listen without commercial breaks. You get access to weekly bonus episodes, access to our Discord. Every tier of membership has specific perks, but for as little as an annual membership of just $10 for a whole year, you get access to our Patreon, patreon.com/Raiders of the Lost podcast. Another great way to support the show. Leave those 5-star ratings and reviews on Spotify and Apple. These ratings help us get seen by new people. They add reputability to the show. I love to read the written reviews out on Apple Podcasts. Unfortunately, it's the only place you can leave reviews, but anyone can sign up with just an email to leave an Apple review for us, and it will get read on the show. You will be immortalized forever with my nasally voice on the show.
Hello, my name is James.
But also, subscribing on YouTube is incredibly important for us. We broke 50,000 subscribers last month. Really exciting stuff. Another great way to support the show. Share us with your family and friends. Word of mouth is the best way for a podcast to grow. So tell everyone you know about our show. Share our clips from Instagram, TikTok. Share our YouTube videos. All kinds of ways to get the word out there.
This episode, of course, is sponsored by our friends at movieposters.com, the #1 place to get your posters online today. Be sure to use our promo code Raiders10 at movieposters.com, and that'll get you 10% off your order right now. They have a huge selection of pretty much every film and TV show imaginable in their poster library. They also have all sorts of sizes, framing, and even backlighting for your poster needs. They have everything from your favorite modern Hollywood blockbuster to your favorite Golden Age classic international posters. They have very cool alternates, as well as collector's items like lobby cards and original movie theater print collector's items. So if you're a collector, if you love posters and you love the history of film, you got to go to movieposters.com. We have these posters decked out all over our set, all over our home. These are super high quality, the best you can get for the bang with your buck. So for all of your poster needs. Again, go to movieposters.com. And don't forget to use our promo code Raiders10, which will get you 10% off every single order you make.
All right, let's get into this week's intermission.
Oh, yeah.
Start with Cinephile, the card game that I always lose to Anthony,
You've won.
where we pull a card, and it has an actor on it, and we go back and forth.
Who is it?
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett?
Yeah, Kate
All right.
Blanchett. And whoever can't name any more movies, go back and forth naming movies from their filmography. Whoever can't name any more movies loses. And you can't use Carol.
Can't use Carol?
Can't use Carol.
Tar.
Tar 2. The Revenge. The Revenge of the Piano. Oh, my God. Ocean's 8.
Nice one. Notes on a Scandal.
Benjamin Button.
That's not the full title of the movie.
The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Thank you. Where'd you go, Bernadette?
It's not a real movie.
It's
Just kidding. Just kidding. All right. Already hurting. Ah, come on, Kate Blanchett. The talented Mr. Ripley.
good one. Blue Jasmine.
Good one. You treat me like I'm a little kid. Nice job, Jim.
No, I'm saying like that's a good movie.
It's a great flick. Great flick. Ah, Kate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett. Can it be a movie that's not out yet?
Nope. Nope.
Oh my gosh. What's that movie she's in with that other actress?
It really narrows it down.
I'm taking up too much time. I'm out.
Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring.
There we go. There we go. Two Towers, baby.
What was the who's the other actress? What were you thinking of?
Rooney Mara.
That's Carol.
Is it Carol?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Kate.
Sorry. Embarrassing.
Good thing you didn't look behind yourself. You got a poster right there.
I'm not great at this game.
Hey, your mind goes blank. It happens to me when you play this game. Your mind just goes blank.
Let's just move into the rest of the intermission. I don't
All
wanna
right,
talk
let's
about it.
take it away with what do you got for a movie quote?
You ready?
I just asked you.
Are you ready for the movie quote?
No, I'm not ready.
Why don't you get back in your rocket and fuck off back to Legoland, you cunts?
That is The World's End.
Nice.
The king is back. I love that movie. All right, here's mine. Certainty of death, small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
Fellowship of the Ring.
Nope.
Wait. Say it again.
Certainty of death, small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
Two Towers.
Nope.
I thought isn't this Gimli?
It is. I mean, it's the Return of the King.
Oh, Return of the King. I was there.
Talk about the Black Gate.
Yeah. All right, gotcha. Movie.
You've been sleeping on Lord of the Rings today, man.
Guess this movie release. I know, right? Guess this movie release year. Ice Age. It's a banger.
I wouldn't call it a banger. 2003.
2002.
Ah, that's close. What year did The Fellowship of the Ring come out?
Oh, 2001.
2002.
Was it 2002?
Yeah.
Why did I think it was 01?
Harry Potter was 01.
Well, I know Harry Potter was 01. So it was 02, 03, or 04. Okay. Right?
Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm pretty
They
sure.
weren't back to. They weren't.
I'm pretty
they
sure
weren't
you're
released-
wrong, dude. I'm sorry.
They weren't released.
I'm
back
pretty
then.
sure you're wrong.
Fellowship. 2001. You won. It was the I actually grabbed the unreleased, the uncut version. You won. You got it.
I fucking knew that was wrong.
Nice job. What's your quiz question?
Can you name the Cornetto trilogy as well as the years they came out?
Shaun of the Dead, Hut Fuzz, The World's End.
Okay.
Release dates were 2005, 2011, and then 2014.
Shaun of the Dead came out in 2004.
Damn it.
Hut Fuzz came out in 2007.
Wow.
And then The World's End 2013.
Okay. That was that far. It was all right.
Your Hut Fuzz is way
Way
off.
off. That
Like
was
you
way
were
off.
in a different decade, bro.
Completely different decade.
Whoa. Who does that?
Who throws a shoe? What film did Peter Jackson make with Kate Winslet?
What's that movie? The Bones.
Nope, that's not it.
Not the Mark Wahlberg one. Did he do the movie before he did Fellowship?
He did certainly do that. This movie, I'll give you the hint, was 2 movies before Fellowship.
Was it the zombie one?
It was not the zombie one.
I have no idea.
Heavenly Creatures. Also
Right.
starring Melanie Linsky.
Thanks, man.
Put him on the map.
Put him on the map.
Put him on the map.
Okay, Anthony. Do we have any haters this week?
Oh yeah, we got some haters. We got some unsubscribes. Let me pull them up. And if you guys want to make us laugh and crack us up and get read on the show, make some fun unsubscribe jokes. We love reading them. All right, first up, we got Mikola Wychek. Just waking up to a notification at 7 a.m. on a Sunday that you dropped a new video. Unsubscribed. Next up, we have Storm on Best Mindfuck Movies. I'm thinking of Anything's being Charlie Kaufman's directorial debut. Have y'all not seen the masterpiece Synecdoche, New York? Unsubscribed. But then they DM'd us later as they listened to the Morley episode, and I corrected myself and said that Synecdoche was his first. But yeah, I did say I was wrong at
you
first.
did correct it, yeah.
Yeah, but I was wrong first. Ibarra. Whoa. Bill Duke says, I'm going to have me some fun. Not whatever you guys were saying.
What were you saying?
We both were fucking up.
I was just going
we
for
were saying, I'm going to have me some. I'm going to have me some. I forgot it was fun at the end. I couldn't think of what he said.
Yeah.
I'm going to have me some fun. Thanks for clearing it up, Ibarra. We were way off. Next up. DJ Keels Meyer. No junk food during the movie unless it's free? Insanity verging on to unsubscribe territory. Give me some soda, some Starburst, and some butter-covered cheese-plastered popcorn.
That's what I'm saying, man. Anthony just goes, he gets his cup of water, and
Well, I replied, the cost of living in LA is insane.
true.
It's pretty rough. Next up, Daniel Ote. Unsubscribing because according to Anthony, when you start getting chased by giant robots in government agencies, your first response should be to hop on a skateboard and start shredding. He kind of has a point, though. Megatron would have been way less inclined to destroy humanity if you saw how sick the kickflip was.
Thank you.
Unsubscribed.
10 minutes about you wanting Sam to ride a skateboard.
I'm just saying, did you see that room?
cool.
Did you see that room? I'm just
I
saying.
sure did.
I'm just saying.
Doesn't have
That's
to skateboard the whole movie. He wants a car, man. He's done.
He didn't skateboard a single moment.
He's done with boarding.
I didn't ask him to skateboard the whole movie.
He's trying to
I
get-
did not ask him to skateboard the whole movie.
He's
I
done with
I said one
skating.
shot of skating.
He's done.
He's done.
He's trying to get in the car, dude.
He retired.
He's
He
trying to
retired.
get Michaela.
Next up, also on Transformers, Juice Plays. I clicked on the episode, and I see a chapter called New Transformers. WTF? Should I unsubscribe? As a Brit, I apologize for the arsehole journalist correcting your French. But you guys saying you're not next to a country that speaks French when Canada is attached to you means I'm going to have to unsubscribe.
Yeah, but we're not very close with Canada.
Yeah, we don't.
We're from Boston.
Yeah.
There's no French. There's no French people in Boston.
Also, not everyone in Canada speaks French.
Also, America's very big.
Really
it's,
big.
It's a vast.
It's as
country.
big as Europe.
It's a vast country.
Bigger than Europe.
I've never lived in a state that borders Canada.
Yeah, never. Next up, Aiden Greichen. Optimus Prime lights up the house with his headlights. We were talking about how there are lights in the house, even though the lights out. Seen this movie probably 700 times, and it's perfect. Unsubscribing. Thanks for the correction. You're right. We're wrong. Next up, Ryan Loftus. Christian Bale's diet was an apple a day, but they had medics on standby. Wouldn't this diet keep the doctors away? Unsubscribe.
That is the
good.
best joke I've
That
heard
was
all
good.
year.
That was good. That was really good. That was great, Ryan. All right, Brian Salvador. I could not make this up. I'm currently listening to Transformers episode. I'm currently listening to this during my workout, and the speakers here at the gym are playing What I've Done
Whoa.
by Linkin Park. If that's a sign from the Autobots above, I think I'm supposed to unsubscribe now.
That's a simulation moment.
That's pretty crazy. What are the odds of that? Next up, Benji Verdu. Yo, watch To Live and Die in LA like you guys suggested. Great movie like you guys said. You guys forgot to mention Pat Garrett hangs Major Dong. Unsubscribe. I was the only one who's seen it in the living room. Resubscribe. Please give Major Dong warnings in the future. I don't want a deep impact in my life. Sorry, I hope you weren't watching that with your parents. All right, Transformers from Cough Dash. Guys, Clearly those are Mojo skateboards. He's the one that broke the ankle. How hard is it to see that? Unsubscribe. Yeah, he broke his ankle doing a kickflip. That makes sense. Josh Unchained on one of my Letterboxd rating recently. A star rating? Shall I unsubscribe? I got back into star ratings. Luke Legendray. Hold on, fellas. Legendray. Hold on, fellas. Michael Pitt wasn't the villain in Alita Battle Angel.
Oh, I forgot to. I
It was
looked this
Ed
up.
Screen. It looks like I'm gonna have to unsubscribe.
Yeah,
I
'cause
was thinking Ghost in the Shell.
When you said that, I was like, I can't remember Michael Pitt being in that movie, but I totally was like, I don't really care to look it up right now,
Yeah.
but I looked it up later.
I was thinking Ghost in the Shell.
Mm.
He plays a robot villain. Next up, Norman Clickbaits. Subscribed. Wait, no. I mean unsubscribed. Norman Clickbaits. That's great. Transformers. MJ Galata. For the Cinephile intermission. If James does not get his shit together and win next time, I will be unsubscribing.
Looks like he's unsubscribing.
That's all. Thanks everybody for sending those in. You always make our day. There's so many great, hilarious listeners of the show. Everybody's comedy chops are off the charts. I love it.
We got a great 5-star written review from fan Andrew. The Definitive Film Podcast,
Yes.
5 stars. I love film with all my heart, and it's a joy to listen to two brothers spew their love of the art form in such a positive way. Too many movie content creators focus on the negative and bashing certain content while praising others. The Raiders boys do justice in touching on every facet of the industry, and they do a great job of highlighting the history of cinema and films that younger generations are likely to miss out on. These past 6 months have been the hardest of my life, but movies and now Raiders have helped make every day a little more bearable. Plus, I know someone has said it before, but as an only child, it's an inviting and comforting way to feel like you're part of a family. Aw, Andrew.
Thanks, pal.
I'm sad to hear you're having a tough couple months, but
Happy to be here to entertain you,
know.
and make you laugh.
you know, we all have ups and downs, and to be a part of that up, it's really special to us. And
Keeps us going.
getting goosebumps right now. Andrew, you're part of the family. We appreciate you so much. Thanks for
Janice will make you some meatballs.
yeah, we're glad you discovered us. And thanks for tuning in as always.
Appreciate you, pal.
Thanks, Andrew. All right, Anthony, what is your streaming recommendation for this episode?
The very recent release, The Nice Guys on Netflix.
I'm going to go with the movie that I'm going to try to watch this week. It's on my watch list. It has been for a while. The Order. It just got dropped on Prime Video, which is starring
The new one?
yeah,
Okay, Jude Law, and
Nicholas Hoult.
Gotcha.
Based on a true story. So I'm very curious about that.
Cool.
I saw the cinematography sizzle of it the other day, and it looks incredible.
Justin Kurtzel made it. The guy who made Macbeth in Assassin's Creed.
That's right.
Great. He's a really good visual filmmaker.
Yeah. All right, let's get back into our episode. And
Oh, yeah.
let's talk about the ads, the commercials.
We got over a dozen good ones.
First of all, what was your favorite one? Which one made you laugh the most?
I gotta say, my number one pick was the Glenn Powell Dodge Ram. It was a fun
Same.
play on Three Little Bears, where so the commercial and it was just the visual
Goldilocks.
Yeah, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. The visual effects was insane. It looked really good, and it was just over the top. And so it starts with the traditional fairy tale, and then as Goldilocks is approaching the cabin, it's like no, actually it was he changes he's telling the story.
Well, he's like a grizzled action guy.
And it turns into he's Glenn Powell now. He's in the Three Bears story, and then it turns into a Dodge Ram ad, and then we learn as it gets more crazy and action packed and heavy, we learn he's like reading the story to his like niece and nephew, and then he's like, "This is my version." And then
What about the bears, Uncle Glenn?
there were bears? And
This
then,
is my story.
and then the bears are driving alongside Powell. He's got the Dodge Ram. They start screaming when they see the bears. Then there's the little bears in the middle seat with the kids in between. They're all freaking out. And then they drive over like a volcano with a giant fire explosion. It was ridiculous, over the top, but I thought it was so funny. I thought it was great. The visual effects were fun. Powell was awesome in it. It was a really good time, I gotta say.
Man, I screamed, laughed.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
It was great.
It was hysterical. Like Glenn Powell, what if he's a rugged, grizzled action guy, or whatever he says. And yeah, jumping a volcano in the truck
Yeah,
and
it's great.
carving the tree into like a jacked version of himself.
Why not?
It was so silly.
Why
It was
not?
fun. He punches a dragon in the face and eats its leg. It's so good.
Yeah, I thought
it
it
was
was great.
funny.
It
It
was
looked
great.
awesome.
Yeah. It was
looked
super,
awesome.
super good. I think it was just the best one.
The Doritos Aliens ad was really good. I believe that was part of the competition every year that
Yeah.
Doritos has, where people make their own commercials.
So yeah, it was indie filmmaker who won the contest, and I thought it was really clever. So there's this guy sitting at like his battle station desktop desk in his room. He's eating a bag of Doritos, and then suddenly the light of a UFO shines through the window, and it starts pulling him and the bag. But then he realizes it's trying to get the bag. So he starts pulling back to prevent the aliens from stealing his Doritos. And then it turns into a tug of war. And he thinks he won for a second, but then the light beam, which was really big, becomes very narrow because it's like isolated on just the Doritos now. And then it's like, oh shit, now a real tug of war begins. And since he refuses to let go of the bag, the light starts throwing him all over the room. So the light's just like throwing the Doritos bag up and down. Since he's still gripped to it, he's being thrown around the room like a rag doll. Really funny. And then it finally breaks the Doritos from his grip, and it sucks in the Doritos bag, but then it makes the shit blow up. It's great. I thought it was awesome.
really good visual
Yeah.
and special effects. I saw a couple behind the scenes photos of before and after the visual effects, and they did a great job.
Yeah.
Low budgets. It looked awesome, and congratulations to the team behind that. I think it's a really fun thing that Doritos does every year.
I think, yeah, it's really great, and it pulls out great creativity. I thought it really worked.
Haagen-Dazs, we had Fast and Furious. Dom and Letty are back. Luda's there. Luda's Jeep. This is the sickest Jeep I've ever
it's
seen in my
fucking
life.
massive.
That thing was awesome.
Huge.
That was such a cool Jeep.
Was your mouth salivating when you saw that Jeep?
Yeah, dude, that's fucking hell, man. I don't even care about the gas mileage on that thing. But
This is great.
It's funny. It's
Yeah.
like it's Fast and Furious. It's silly.
I thought it was great because they start out like it's like an action scene, but then they pull out the Haagen-Dazs, the stick. What do you call it? Like a popsicle.
Yeah,
the chocolate popsicle. And then Luna's like, "What happened to the fast life?" They're like, "Not today."
It's silly, but also, who brings a popsicle like in a car? Like, did you have a cooler? Like,
You could ask a lot of questions
How did
about
it not-
fast movies. the ice cream popsicle is the least ridiculous thing they've done.
yeah, it's true. Destroying Rome was a bit much.
Where are all the hills?
Uber Eats, great ad. This dropped a few days ago before the
Okay.
Super Bowl
Yeah.
on the internet, and it's McConaughey doing this whole thing, this whole theory he has, a conspiracy theory that football was only created to sell food.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes back to old time football days and like in the changes.
That's
of
why
the
it's called the
eras.
pigskin.
And it's really funny and lots of great cameos. Martha Stewart, they do a Hot One guy. Charlie XCX has a cameo, and then Greta Gerwig has a cameo at the end. She's like, "Wait! You want me to make a movie about football being conspiracy to sell food?"
Yeah, it was great.
It's
I thought
funny.
it was really funny, and I love the production design, the different time periods, and then the cameos were great too. It was fun.
He had an ad with Woody as well. Him and Woody Harrelson had an ad.
Was it a Super Bowl ad?
It was an ad for this it was an AI thing or was
Are you talking about the rain one?
Yeah, so there are two ads.
Yeah.
It was McConaughey. He tried to book a reservation, but the
Yes.
AI agent didn't tell him it was going to rain. And then also the other one was he was trying to book a flight, but the AI agent got him the wrong ticket or something. And so he's rushing through the airport. So it basically, was, I think they're showing that,
You're working with real people.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
The company, yeah.
but it's funny.
Yeah, he's sitting at the patio of the restaurant getting drenched in pouring rain, and Woody's with friends under an awning across the street at the other restaurant.
Yeah.
He's like, "Come on over, man. It's great." And he's like, "No, it's fine." I thought I didn't know that was a Super Bowl ad. That was great.
Yeah.
All right, let's go with Dunk Kings number 2.
Oh my
The
God.
sequel. Our boys are back. We got Ben and Casey Affleck. You brought Casey into this one, and now
You got to stop saying Affleck.
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 So the Afflecks are in production of a new Boston movie, and they got the Dunk Kings outfits on,
It's great.
and they've cast Jeremy Strong in one of the roles. Only Jeremy Strong, being a method actor, is deep in prep for his character, and he's preparing himself in a barrel of baked beans, and it was just like a great homage to Dune Part 2.
Roasted beans. Yeah,
Roasted beans.
Not baked beans.
Sorry, roasted beans.
Roasted coffee beans.
Sorry. Sorry. I was thinking
A can of
I was
baked
thinking
beans.
of Boston and beans. Sorry.
We are known for beans.
And
yeah.
it was such a great homage to Dune Part 2 and Baron coming out of the oil, whatever that shit was. And it's great. And Jeremy Strong is like, you're from Boston, I'm from Boston, and they're like, how much time you need? He's like, I need at least 3 more hours.
Did you not see the teaser that came out last week?
No.
So they dropped a 40-second teaser of that. So this one, they extended it. They added a couple new lines, and they changed some of the lines up. In the teaser, they're outside the door, and Ben's like, we should have paid for Matt. And Casey's like, no, Jeremy, he's a method actor. He's getting in character. And Ben goes, I've never been a method actor, and look how far it got me. Look at my career. And Casey's like, exactly. It's so good.
Okay, now I get why you said we should have gotten Matt.
Yeah,
we
so
should have paid for
you
Matt.
got to watch the teaser they dropped
Okay.
last week.
That's great.
So this was an extension of that. They went a little further, changed some of the dialogue, added some lines with Jeremy Strong in the coffee beans, not the baked beans, Anthony. And then did you see the short film that they dropped after the Super Bowl?
Oh,
They dropped
no.
a 7-minute version of the
I
whole
gotta
thing.
see this.
And Jay and Silent Bob. Jay and Silent Bob were in the Super Bowl one too.
Oh, wow.
Ben signing like Dunk King shirts for people. He's like, we were in a movie together. You want me to sign this for you? We've done 7 pictures together. It's pretty funny.
I gotta watch
but
this.
the short film, it's like an 8-minute whole thing.
Because they did the same thing last year, and they had a whole 5-minute version of it.
Yeah, but that was just the Dunk Kings Go Pop Boy, pop band.
Yeah.
And that Brady was in that. Belichick was in
They
this
sleep
one.
on Boston.
You didn't see? Did you watch the ad?
No, the one I watched online, it didn't have any of
You
that.
didn't watch the Super Bowl one, dude.
Well, I mean, I went on an article list that said Super Bowl ads, and this is what I watched.
Belichick and his 24-year-old girlfriend are in the ad.
Oh, way. Oh, my
So
God.
Belichick's in a Dunk Kings jumpsuit.
What?
Yeah.
I gotta watch this.
And he's standing behind Casey and Ben, who are signing shirts for Dunk Kings in this set. And then Belichick has one line, but he's just standing there with a coffee in his hand, and his girlfriend's there too. He's got a 24-year-old cheerleading girlfriend, and she's there too.
Yeah, he was.
You gotta watch the whole thing,
He was
man.
at the NFL honors, and everybody was freaking out about the red carpet.
And he had his 8 rings, fucking the man. And you gotta watch the ad, dude. It's so
Okay,
funny.
I gotta watch this whole thing.
Yeah, Belichick's in it.
Okay, whatever I watched, it did not have this stuff.
You
in
watched the teaser, I think.
Okay.
Or you watched one of the teasers, but if you don't remember that Ben line, I don't know what the fuck you watched.
I mean, whatever. I mean, it was whatever. It was a list of Super Bowl commercials, and I figured this was the right one to watch.
All I know is I need a Dunk Kings jumpsuit.
Okay, we'll get them one day.
Yeah.
We'll get them one day.
Bud Light was another great one.
Bud Light was awesome.
Bud Light's had a good comeback the last few years, and their cul-de-sac party was super fun. You have Shane Gillis and Post Malone.
They know what they're doing.
I know Post Malone, I think every year he's the #1 purchaser of Bud Light. For an individual.
Yeah.
Not like a company or
That's
a bar,
great.
but like an individual. He
my
buys,
God.
he drinks Bud Light all the time.
Uh-huh.
And then they signed Shane Gillis a year and a half ago to be their spokesman as well. And this ad was really funny.
Yeah, I loved it. It's the cul-de-sac party, and
Yeah.
the way they're inviting their neighbors to just shooting with the leaf blower cans of Bud Light into their homes
Yeah.
and breaking through their glass, and I thought it was really fun.
The
I thought it
grill's
was
a
great.
lawnmower.
And then they souped up. Jangles is I spent pretty much all my money on this this grill that has a train of Bud Light coolers, and then Peyton Bay is well, how many Bud Lights can you fit in that baby? Enough. It was
God,
great.
it's his grill as a lawnmower. And his
Oh, that's
lawnmower's
what
a
it
grill.
is. Yeah, that's what it is. I thought it was great.
You gotta watch these ads more closely, Anthony. I'm just kidding.
I
I'm
watched
kidding.
it on my phone. Anyways, tell us. I did not see the Jeep ad that you were telling me about.
Jeep did a $35 million ad because there was a 2-minute ad.
Damn.
So that's just 24 million. I mean,
That's 32 million.
32 million. It's okay. It's just,
Math is hard.
it's just a math thing. $32 million ad. Harrison Ford being Harrison Ford.
So what is he? Is he driving around in a Jeep?
He's
or?
just in his cabin he's in a fire. He's talking to camera the whole time, talking about freedom, talking about America. James Mangold directed this. He's got a dog. He's just walking to his Jeep. He's got a bunch of great lines talking about life, nuggets of wisdom.
Oh, it's because it's like Yellowstone vibes because he's in the
Kinda.
prequel. He's in the
Kinda.
Yellowstone prequel.
Yeah, but it's modern day.
No, I'm just saying it's just
Yeah.
it fits that
It's
vibe.
Harrison in a cabin, and then Harrison gets in his Jeep. He's like, "This Jeep makes me happy." He's like, "My friends make me happy. My work makes me happy. This Jeep makes me happy, even though my name's Ford." It's a great ad. Feel good ad. Harrison Ford.
Yeah, it looks like it was mainly for the Rubicon. There's a lot of it's all Rubicons. The new Rubicon. Yeah, that's what it is.
So yeah, very expensive, $35 million ad. So $3 million production budget.
Hey, it's a good ad.
It's a good ad.
Next up, the Muppets are back with a Booking.com ad, which was delightful and charming. I think that the Muppets always work, and they're a timeless property in catalog of characters, and I think they're super great.
It's the most watched Super Bowl ad since airing.
Wow.
Over 90 million
I believe
views,
it.
views
Everyone
online.
loves the Muppets.
Yeah, Muppets are great.
Everyone loves them.
And then Stella Artois.
This is great.
So they teased this ad a couple weeks ago. They dropped it. It's David Beckham with his parents.
Yes.
In a bar. So they dropped that. They're in a pub talking. But then our boy Matt shows up in the Super Bowl version.
So in the trailer, I mean in the commercial, his parents tell Beckham, "Oh, you have a twin brother and you were separated at birth." And he's like, "Oh, what's his name?" And they say his name's Other David. And he's like, "You named him Other David?" They're like, "Yeah, well, there was already a David, so we named him Other David." And then he gets the address, goes to visit his brother, knocks on the door, and it's opened by Matt Damon, who's Other David. He's like, "Oh, I'm your brother." "Oh, you're David." And then he's throwing a party already, like a barbecue. And Other David, Matt Damon, has a party trick where his friends are begging him to do this party trick, so they hand him a football. And he kicks it. It like goes into it leaves the Earth's atmosphere. He kicks it so hard. And then Matt Damon's Other David's like, "So my brother's like a soccer player. Are you like a famous soccer player, like someone like Matt Damon?" And then Beckham goes, "More like Ben Affleck." And then Other David goes, "Oh, that's a shame." I thought it was great.
Coors Light Mondays. Everybody has a case of the Mondays. The Sloths ad. This was a great ad.
It looked great too.
Basically, it was a bit of a ripoff, I would say, of Snickers.
Definitely.
So Snickers, you're not you when you're hungry, and you're like an old lady or something when you're hungry.
Yeah.
This was you're a sloth when you have a case of the Mondays. So everyone in the world was sloths, which was very funny. There was a police chasing somebody, but they're all sloths, which was
a slow motion chase.
Someone, a checkout clerk at a register, the conveyor belt is just like food. They're not scanning a thing. It was very clever, very funny. I thought it was great.
It got better the longer it was running,
Yeah.
I think. At first, I didn't love it at first, but then as we got into the scenarios, I was like, this is really great.
Everyone likes sloths, so it was really funny.
Yeah.
The eyebrows thing. So Little Caesars did a great Eugene Levy eyebrows commercial.
Yes.
There was another ad that did eyebrows.
So it was mustaches. There was an unusual amount.
Okay.
There was a lot of flying.
Mustache.
There was a lot of flying facial hair.
Nick Offerman, right?
Yeah. So Little Caesars was the eyebrow one. So Eugene Levy opens the box of like the new Little Caesars, like little pizzas, and then his eyebrows fly around out of excitement, and it was really great. It was very funny. It was very cute, and then the Pringles commercial, it was mustaches, and so Adrian Brody. He was out of Pringles, and then his friend said, "Oh, just call into the Pringles box like a conch shell," and he did. And then mustaches from famous actors who are known for their mustaches fly off their faces, and it's like an assembling of they start flying through the air to reach Adrian Brody, but they all hit the window and fall. But it was like so much flying hair in both the ads. I was like, was that an accident, or did one of them rip off the other ones? I don't know.
So Adrian Brody's in The Brutalist, Anthony. This is Adam
Brody. So, oh my God, was I saying Adam Brody from the OC? Sorry, Adrian.
You say sorry to Adam.
Sorry, Adam. Sorry, Adam. Sorry, both of them. Sorry, guys. You're both great.
Fucking hell, Adam Brody erasure over here. I will not stand for it.
But yeah, there was a lot of flying hair.
There was.
Yeah.
Hellman's had a great ad. I knew this was going to have Sydney Sweeney in it because I saw some images of it the other day. So
Okay.
Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal created a Harry Met Sally's moment in homage, eating a sandwich with Hellman's mustard, mayonnaise, which is great mayonnaise.
It's your favorite, right?
Best one.
Yeah.
And Meg Ryan's like having an orgasm, and he's like, "Oh, this one sounds real." It's so funny.
That was the best. That was a great line.
And then Sydney has just like, she takes a bite. She's like, "No," she's like, "I'll have what she's having."
Yeah, she plays the old woman.
Yeah.
I'll have what she's having. Yeah, it was great. I didn't expect, I thought that was a fun cameo to throw her in there at the end too.
And there are plenty of cringe ads.
Some weird ones.
The Mountain Dew Seal ad.
That was weird.
I saw a great tweet though where someone said, "This is all the MCU looks like to me now." Seal's face on an actual seal.
It was bizarre, and there's a spin on his famous song, including Mountain Dew and the lyrics and stuff. It was called "Kiss from a Lime," not
Yeah.
"Kiss from a Rose."
Yeah.
And like it was weird, like a random group of like partiers on a small yacht or something, on a Mountain Dew boat, pull up, and then he just starts singing, and he's with his other seal brethren, and then there are killer whales in the water, and they fly up into the air. It was so weird. It was so weird.
I will also say though, they're like every year, there's unfunny ads or ads that
Don't work.
on paper they're funny, but they didn't work that well. I would say the Homes.com ads, there was 2 of them. Eugene Levy's son Dan Levy's in it, as well as one of the actresses from SNL and Morgan Freeman. It just didn't hit for me. There's 2 of them.
What is it with the Levies in commercials?
They're pretty entertaining.
They've become like the Peyton Manning of commercials for the NFL. There was another one. There was a Ritz Cracker one where the whole theme of the ad was saltiness, like being a salty person. So they had Aubrey Plaza and Michael Shannon, 2 people who are like famous for being salty, I guess. I know. And then they went to like a salty party, whereas everybody was like salty individuals. And they had like a cute little banter back and forth, but they were like competing against their saltiness. Like, I'm saltier because of this. And she's like, oh, I'm so salty. This. It didn't really quite work.
Squarespace had a great ad, though, where they referenced Banshees of Inisherin with Barry Keoghan on a donkey just riding through town, throwing like web pages. Like, was he throwing laptops?
Yeah, entire laptops
through people.
Like, he's not a newspaper person. He's a laptop thrower. Yeah, it was great. I thought it was really funny.
But he literally tapped into that character, which was a lot of fun.
And then
he rode off a mountain, just riding into nothing.
It was like an ad for Ireland too.
Yeah.
And then Tim Robinson showed up.
Yeah.
With the Totino's pizza roll ad.
This is one that dropped like a week ago too.
So this was like, it was great. It was just a spoof of E.T. And so where they're like the adults of the E.T. movie, and there's 3 kids, and it's the end of E.T. and they're saying goodbye to the alien, and they gave him Tostinos, and the alien's like in the doorway of the spaceship, waving goodbye to them, saying farewell. And then the doors close, but they close on him, and they crush the alien to death. And then Tim Robinson's like, oh, yeah, that's a part of life. It's good that they're actually seeing this now. It was great. It was so funny.
Sam Richardson.
Thank you, Sam Richardson.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
It was funny as hell.
It was so funny.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I think that's it for all the great trailers.
Yeah,
Glenn Powell's is still the funniest.
I'd say Glenn Powell's is my favorite one. It's not because we love Glenn Powell. It's just I think that was just so well done.
Dunn King's was great. The Jeep one was great. Bud Light was great. There are a lot of really good trailers. This is one of the better Super Bowl years for Super Bowl trailers.
There was a ripoff of Men in
commercials.
Black. It was Gordon Ramsay.
Oh yeah, Gordon
Hex
Ramsay.
clad. So
Pete Davidson was in this one
Pete
too.
Davidson. So it was Gordon Ramsay is walking into a lab, and the technician, he's like, you're telling me my pans are made out of a spaceship, the materials from a spaceship? And then it is like a Men in Black scenario, and then we see the alien that owns the spaceship, and then Pete Davidson shows up, and Gordon's like, wait, you're an alien? And he goes, yeah, all famous people are aliens. And it was like, that's Men in Black. And then there were like 4 little alien critters laughing on the counter, like the alien guys, the funny guys in Men in Black. And I was just like, it just is too much like Men in Black.
It was fine.
Yeah,
it was okay.
I think it was pulling a little too much from that film. There was also a Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt ad.
Yeah, that one ran last
week. The banana
week.
one where
Ray-Ban,
and that makes sense why Ray-Ban did that.
And
And there was a fun play on that recent art piece of a banana duct taped to the wall, and Chris Hemsworth ate it. And so the 2 of them are rushing to find a banana in the building, and then Kris Jenner finds them. Is like, I'm gonna call my lawyer.
It's her home. Yeah,
and they're all wearing glasses.
Yeah. They had 2 of those.
Yeah,
they had
right.
that, but they were Ray-Ban Meta commercials.
Gotcha. It was an all right one. It was fine.
What? I loved it.
Okay.
I watched those ads and I was like, these 2 need a buddy cop movie.
Oh, they're great together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't love the ad, but I loved them together.
Chris Pratt and Chris Hemsworth need a movie.
They should do something together.
They need a movie together, not in the MCU.
Not MCU.
But
they
if
should
them
do
2 in a
something.
movie together, holy fucking shit, that would be great.
I think that's an awesome idea. Lay's potato chips had a really great sweet ad.
Yeah, that was cute.
It was like a little short film of a girl who's growing a potato plant, and she's going through like the trials and tribulations of like when there's a heavy rainstorm, she's trying to protect it and just trying to take care of this plant. It's a very difficult process, and it finally grows into a healthy potato plant. I thought it was a very sweet commercial.
And then she adds her potato to
Yeah.
her dad's truck of potatoes.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah.
I thought it was very sweet. Sometimes the sweet ones are nice.
And Lay's was like, Lay's American-grown farmer potatoes for your chips.
Get them now.
That was a sweet ad.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a bunch of sweet, cute ads. There were some cringe ads for sure.
Yeah,
They're
we got the classic Clydesdales Budweiser one.
That was funny. I like
Yeah,
that one a lot.
that
That
was
was
great.
sweet. The
Yeah.
horse pushing the
The
keg.
barrel, yeah, the keg. Yeah, that was good. That was a fun spin on it.
That was good.
And then Taco Bell, they had Taco Bell. I think did a good one where it was focusing on fans of Taco Bell and real people who go to Taco Bell. It was just like photos of hundreds of real patrons of Taco Bell. But then Doja Cat is trying desperately to get in an image. But then the employee at the Taco Bell drive-thru is like, "Only fans, no celebrities allowed." And Doja's like, "I want to be in the ad," and they like won't let her in any photos because it's just like only for real Taco Bell patrons. I thought that was a clever
They've
one.
been teasing that for a couple weeks too.
Yeah.
They showed the Doja Cat version of it online, but then LeBron's in it as well.
Yeah,
the Super
LeBron's
Bowl
in it
version.
too. And did you see the Flesh cowboy hat
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
What was that?
That was the fuck was it?
Something like
They
a
they
guy,
had two spots.
a guy who grew up with like a cowboy hat shaped head.
Well, so basically it was like I can't remember what company it was for, but it was for like
Fleshy hat.
fleshy. Yeah, it was like the name of
Tubi.
it. Tubi. Okay, Tubi. So like we have the movies. Okay, so it's like your taste. You know, your taste doesn't define you.
Uh-huh.
And so basically, the commercial was about this kid grows up always loving westerns, but you know, as movies come and go in terms of genres and what's popular in zeitgeist. He grows up, westerns are popular, but then, you know, there's kids with the wizard hats, and they're the popular ones, and there's the fantasy hats. And so basically Tubi's saying, like, what you are doesn't define, like, the world or whatever.
And like we like just like Tubi will still cater to your individual tastes.
Exactly, yeah.
Each person's individual taste.
And so,
okay,
yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then he finds a world where everyone's wearing cowboy hats, and he's finally accepted for his taste. But then he finds the wizard hat guys who are bullying him, who are wearing cowboy hats on top of their flesh hats. And he's like, guys, this isn't you.
That's
And then he changes the channel, puts on like
Okay.
the Game of Thrones or something.
Okay. That's good.
It's weird, but I mean, Super Bowl ads do get weird.
And our boy Walton Goggins had a Super Bowl ad.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
It was fun. It
Yeah.
was great.
That one got dropped. So a lot of these are dropped like a week ahead of time.
Yeah.
And then, but you know, they either mix them up a little bit or cut them down, or just
The longer versions will always be online for sure.
Yeah.
But I think overall, man, it was very entertaining. It was a great show. It was a great show. We haven't had a great show at the Super Bowl for a long time.
This is a good time. A lot of nothing going on for 5 hours, but you know,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
the ads were good and the game was entertaining. They only cut to Taylor Swift like 3 times,
Only 3, okay.
I think,
Well, in
the first half.
okay. Well, I mean, if they were winning the whole game, they probably would have been going to it more, like more
I
clapping and
saw this
celebrating.
great meme where it's Travis Kelce yelling at Andy Reid, the head coach of the Chiefs. He's like, "I was supposed to propose today."
Oh yeah, I heard that rumor that was the plan. I don't know about that. Maybe.
No, it's just a joke.
Yeah.
It's just a joke.
That's great. I was supposed to propose today. Man, I couldn't believe like Patrick couldn't do anything. That defense was insane.
It was great.
It was that was crazy, unreal. They played their fucking hearts out, man.
Hell yeah.
I think a lot of teams are gonna try to do what the Eagles did in this game with their defense against the Chiefs.
What do you mean?
And try to emulate what the Eagles did on defense.
Oh yeah, just rush Mahomes.
'Cause,
But also they have a great defense. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's only so much you can do. They have a great defensive coordinator as well. So I mean, when you have the best defensive coordinator in the league, you know.
I feel like they showed the Chiefs something they've never seen before.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a different Chiefs team than in their dynasties. I mean, even though they did 2 in a year, 2 in a row. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's every year's different.
Yeah, that's
You know, I think teams are trying to they go week by week. You know, there's no just set thing.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the success of the Eagles. Other teams are going to be like, okay, how did they control the Chiefs so well?
True. Yeah,
That's what I'm
just
saying.
blitz them in great defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day.
Keep them on their toes.
True. All right, guys. Enough football talk.
That was a fun Super Bowl day.
Thank you so much for listening to our episode breaking down all the latest movie trailers that premiered at the Super Bowl or in the days leading up to it, as well as all of the fun commercials and ads that are going viral on the internet right now. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We hope you're all having a great week. We got some other awesome episodes coming for you next week. I think we're going to do The Social Network, which would be a lot of fun.
Yes, sir.
As well as Captain America. Brave New World will be dropping on Monday. We're going to do that right away, the Monday after it comes out, which is in a couple days. So, hope you guys enjoy the movie. Hopefully it's good. We'll see. We'll talk about it if it's not or if it is. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be fine.
We'll see.
I think it's going to be, it's fine. That's my expectation. That's my expectation.
Larry David is your expectation.
That's my expectation for Brave New World. It's fine. It's fine. You know, it wasn't. It's okay. It's fine.
We'll see. We'll see.
But excited for this summer. Got a lot of great looks at upcoming huge films that we can't wait for. Take care, everyone.
See you next time.